Hey, like he said, I'm Shannon Shepard. I teach at Betsy Lane High School. And I wrote a grant called Printmaking 101, and it's for my kids. I love what the guy did with the cat house thing a while ago as a hook and grabber, and then the second person, too, with the math problem. That was awesome. So the reason I tell you that, totally off subject, is that I was wondering what in the world my hook and grabber would be. And I don't have one, so I thought it might go boop or something like that. So there you go. You either get on the bus or you get off the bus, right? So, all right. So my kids, over the last 3 or 4 years, of course, funding is always an issue with the arts. And but I'm going to try to stay away from that a little bit. They really want to do printmaking. And they have asked me for a few years now, some of the groups, hey, what is this thing, Lino Block? Because they see stuff. They're on Facebook, they're on Pinterest and all that and beyond. And so I said, we used to do that. Well, when can we do it again? So that's my need. And through KVEC and the funds, they're going to help us do some printmaking. So the plan is to kind of pique their interest. Everything about us, I always say everything is art, and it really is, in my opinion. But printmaking has influenced our world for many years. We could go all the way back to Japanese, Chinese, and then to the Gutenberg, to book printing, from there up to magazines, T-shirts. I mean, you go on and on. So I want to pique their interest with real-world products that we have, T-shirts, books, magazines, newspapers, and discuss the various types of printmaking involved in those. And then hopefully with that, kind of lead them into researching, investigating printmaking as the art and the techniques involved. And then I hope to kind of channel them, because of the funds that we spent, toward screen printing, things like T-shirts and fabric, stuff like that, and linoleum blocks. And that's a really fine art that's competitive. So I want them, and even the screen printing is too, to investigate that, of course, with my guidance. But eventually, they'll be doing products, because I've ordered enough kits for students to make several screen prints and produce their own images on shirts or whatever they decide to print it on. And then some lino prints individually. And so the students will have a product. And then we'll hopefully, and usually always this comes to pass, this will be on display at school or in art shows at open house, hopefully, also. And then we'll do class critiques, evaluations, all that stuff. That sounds really, I love the comment totally off the wall about sitting in the seat all day too. That was cool. Hopefully we'll get to the point where we can, they can use it as real world art products that will help them in school and college and all that stuff. So my big guiding question, who, what, when, where, why, and how printmaking. Outcomes, I hope, and I believe they'll happen for the most part. Products, of course, learning, students investigating, getting information, experience. Number one teacher for all of us. If I have to say, first day of teaching is nothing like student teaching, is it? So, and of course there's summative evaluations, all that stuff. And then at the very end, I just want to leave you with a quote. Bob Ross, y'all like Bob Ross? Curly hair afro guy. He said, talent is a pursued interest. Now I want to throw that at you, and I want to try to read this one to you if I can't. This is Winslow Homer. And I know Homer mainly or studied him mainly as a watercolor artist. And I love his quote about talent. Winslow Homer said that there is no such thing as talent. What they call talent is nothing but the capacity for doing continuous work in the right way. I don't know, that spoke to me when I read that a few years ago. And so I think our kids, they don't realize they have talent until they're allowed to play with or experiment or do the art. Of course, I'm biased, whatever the art is. And does anybody have any comments, concerns, questions?